Coming up tonight on CTV, fracking has been officially banned in the city of Fort Collins. Then a look at who is being affected by the construction on Prospect. And later, a tour of a cheese factory in Tuscany. All that and more next on CTV News.
Good evening and welcome to CTV on this Wednesday, March 6th. I'm Mackenzie O'Keefe.
And I'm Wayne Stafford. Hydraulic fracturing, also known as fracking, in Fort Collins is now illegal due to a 5-2 vote by city council members late Tuesday night. Colorado oil officials say the ban is contrary to state law. Last week, Governor Hickenlooper said the state would sue the city of Fort Collins if it passed the ban. The council heard about 65 speakers before passing the ban, most of which were urging council members to impose it.
There's been quite a few spills at the wells, some of which have gone into streams. And they would drive up to a well site, and when they got out of the car, they smelled it, their eyes watered, they got a headache if they stayed there very long. I think the air pollutants is one of the most important parts of this, that you can't see it, but it has health impacts.
Students at Front Range Community College got the afternoon off from classes on Wednesday afternoon. Police are currently investigating a written bomb threat found in a women's bathroom located on their Student Center campus. Just after 1 p.m., students in the building were told to drop their bags and go outside. Front Range issued a statement at 2:15 p.m. saying, "There's a safety issue. Classes are canceled until further notice." Fort Collins police say no bombs have been found after searching the campus, and classes will resume as scheduled on Thursday morning. And for those of you who use Prospect Road to get to campus, be prepared to find a new route because construction has officially begun. The road will be closed from College Avenue to Center Avenue for the next 6 weeks. This construction will help to repair the road in that area and get Fort Collins ready for the new bus system. The construction supervisor says the bus project will hopefully be close to completion by this coming December. Though the construction will ultimately help Fort Collins, students are finding it more of a burden than a benefit. Despite the detours, construction workers are impressed by the patience of the community.
The college kids are awesome. Took them a day or two to get used to it, but they've been great. Cars are working with us, so it's getting better with each day.
The Colorado gun control debate has been the hottest topic in the state legislature in the past few months. I visited the Capitol Monday for a first-hand look at the debate and the testimonies given in the Senate committee chambers. Here in Civic Center Park, the air is full of honking horns and eager protesters waiting for the final decision of the Colorado gun bills. Dozens of protesters and cars driving by line the street in front of the Capitol building, waving signs and honking horns.
This is a quote from Thomas Jefferson, and I just think that we should be able to live freely, and with guns we can protect ourselves even though it might be more dangerous.
I think it's ridiculous. I believe that people have the right to own a gun of their choosing. It was their God-given right under our Constitution, Second Amendment. It is not for somebody else to decide what we should and should not have.
But the people in favor of the gun control bills feel just as strongly, remembering the tragedies in the recent past.
The ribbon is in solidarity with the victims of Sandy Hook. This is their school colors of the Sandy Hook Elementary School is green. So there's a number of the sensible gun legislation supporters wearing green ribbons today.
People packed the halls of the Senate chambers waiting to testify for and against the bills, including a few dozen sheriff officers. Those in favor of the bill felt like the 15-round magazine limit should be an easy decision.
I think the legitimate fear might be that a person may not be able to protect his or her home or family if an intruder bursts in, that he or she might need more than 15 rounds.
The heated Colorado gun control debate will continue on as it progresses through the Senate and into the governor's office. The Colorado Senate will be debating the 7 gun control bills passed in the House on March 8th. And now for some national news tonight. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed well above record, setting a new high on Tuesday. It climbed to 14,286 points, shattering its previous record from October 2007. This rebound has officially erased the losses caused by the Great Recession in 2009. And the world's most famous dog sled race is underway. The 2013 Iditarod took off on Sunday in Anchorage, Alaska. The race entails a 1,000-mile trek through the freezing wilderness. The first team to cross the finish line in Nome will win a new truck and a cash prize of $50,400. And to bring it back home, Colorado has been ranked as one of our nation's healthiest states according to 2012 Gallup Healthway survey. Colorado ranked number 2 behind Hawaii with a well-being index of 69.7. The state jumped on the list from number 6 in 2011. Following these states in the top 5 healthiest states are Minnesota, Utah, and Vermont.
And for some campus news tonight, students crowded around the plaza on Wednesday as fraternity Pi Kappa Phi kicked off their annual campaign, Spread the Word to End the Word.
Spread the word to end the word. Make a difference. Takes 5 seconds to sign your name. God bless America.
Supports people with disabilities all over the nation. These men hope to emphasize the importance of the R word and remind people what it really means. Today, hundreds of CSU students signed a pledge to stop saying the derogatory term and bring awareness to the community.
This derogatory use for them, and it's just like any other word. Like, would you want your name to be used as in a derogatory sentence?
I wanted to support those people and also just kind of get the word out because it's really important to understand and make that difference.
Coming up next, Ashley Wallinger is here with your weekly weather forecast.
And Study Abroad is back with Katie Spencer with a tour of a cheese factory in Tuscany.
Packers, Vikings,
Red State, Blue State.
We come from different places, uptown, but when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country. Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. You little rascal. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals. Oh, ladies first. Eager to become a part of your family. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. I'm Ashley Wallinger here with your weekly weather update. A warm-up is finally in the forecast for our area. Today we saw highs well above average in the 50s and even 60s across parts of the state. We saw 54 in Denver, 59 here in Fort Collins, 47 in Vail, and 59 in Colorado Springs. Right now outside the CTV studio, it's much cooler at 40 degrees, but the warming trend continues through Friday. We'll see a high near 60 tomorrow, and it'll dip back down into the low 50s Friday ahead of the storm with plenty of sunshine both days. The snow is set to hit our area on Saturday, and it may start out as a mix of rain and snow. It will be very cold, and with winds near 20 miles per hour, it could create blizzard conditions at times. Denver may get up to 6 inches of snow, so we'll probably see a little less than that here. The sunshine returns Sunday with a high in the low 40s, and then it's back to the 50s by early next week. By the time spring break starts, it'll be in the 60s, so if you're hanging around the area for the break, you should be able to enjoy the warmer weather. Watch your weekly weather forecast every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on CTV or at ctv11news.com. For CTV Weather, I'm Ashley Wallinger. Back to you, Mackenzie.
Thanks, Ashley. A large and often overlooked issue across our nation is obesity. An event held by a CSU student in the Laurie Student Center last week highlighted this issue and how students can make a difference.
With obesity rates on the rise, it is important we are aware of this national problem. An event, The Weight of the Nation, held in the Laurie Student Center last Thursday, explored this topic.
And I felt like it was really important to bring to Colorado State University because, young people are the generation of change, and we need to do something about this growing epidemic.
A room of 100 people viewed the HBO film, The Weight of the Nation, that focused on the intensity of obesity in our country. The film was followed by an intriguing question and answer session.
I think that a lot more national attention should be focused on obesity. It's definitely a huge problem that's costing everyone in America a lot of money.
The event highlighted how we as students here at CSU could help. It provided tips on how to live a healthy lifestyle. It focused on and stressed the importance of eating healthy, exercising, and to walk to places instead of driving.
I believe within the next 20 or so years that obesity will go down and eating sugary and fatty foods will go down if America puts their hearts to it.
The 100 participants ended the night signing a pledge to live healthier and to spread the word on campus of how to get involved.
We all got these little pledges. So it says to exercise daily for 30 minutes, at least 5 days out of the week, to only drink one sugar beverage per week, which I think is really easy to attain, and eating at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. I think that'll be easy. I live in a sorority house and we get fruits and veggies all the time, so that's just part of the pledge, but all of us got it, and hopefully we'll all put our hearts to it.
With 1/3 of adults in America being considered obese, this event was important in bringing awareness to our campus. If you're interested in viewing this film, learning more, or seeing what you can take action against obesity, visit the Weight of the Nation website at www.theweightofthenation.hbo.com.
All right, Study Abroad with Kay Spencer is back this week with a tour of a cheese factory in Tuscany. Let's take a look.
I'm in Tuscany, and Tuscany is known for their wine, and what goes better with wine than cheese?
This cheese-making factory, hidden in the rolling hills of Tuscany, makes all kinds of cheese. Today was ricotta. Ricotta cheese is made by condensing the leftover proteins for making other cheeses. This is heated, and little pieces of what becomes ricotta cheese is left. They are all put together in a strainer, dried, and take shape. Other cheeses made in this factory, however, are aged, including this goat cheese. The aging process happens over a period of weeks to even years. The cheese sits on wood planks, gathering a woody flavor, while inside the cheese, live cultures are what make the cheese continue to mold. Once it has sat long enough, the mold is washed off. It then sits on wire shelving to age just a bit longer. Once this aging process has finished, the cheese is branded so the company can send its quality cheese out into the world. Reporting from Tuscany, Italy, Katie Spencer, CTV News.
Be sure to catch Study Abroad with Kay Spencer next week for part 2 of her Tuscany tour. And coming up next, CTV sports reporter Ryan Green is here. He's got a preview of tonight's border war game against Wyoming.
And later, he has a special message for all of the Ram fans out there.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
The Colorado State basketball team has had a rough couple of weeks lately. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 games, have dropped to 3rd in the Mountain West standings, and have become the team that, well, if you're an opposing guard, you will get your career high in points against. Michael Lyons, Kendall Williams, and Derek Marks have all had their best games of their career against CSU in the last 2 weeks. And with the Rams playing Wyoming tonight in Laramie, Cowboys guards have got to be licking their chops. The last time the Cowboys and the Rams met was at Moby. CSU won decisively 65-46, but of course that game tonight is not at Moby, and of course the Rams were a much hotter team in the first meeting. Speaking of teams that have cooled down, how about Wyoming? After starting the season 14-1, the Cowboys have gone 4-10 and are tied for second to last in conference standings. But as we here at CTV Sports have been saying all year long, there are no easy wins in the Mountain West. Hopefully the Rams can win this one, and maybe it can give the Rams some momentum heading into the final game of the season. And of course, the final game of the season will be at Moby against Nevada on Saturday, which brings me to a very serious point. Ram fans, I'm calling you out. The student turnout at the last home game against Fresno State was just downright shameful. Ryan Hillman and I were at the game, and the amount of empty seats there was way too high. I mean, what is that? When the Rams played that game, they were not ranked in the top 25. They were, only number 26. The 26th team in the nation can't get 10% of their student body to the game to support them? I'm not buying it. Come on, Ram fans. It's been 59 years since we had a Rams team worthy of a ranking, and then we lose one game to the 16th team in the nation, and all of a sudden we stop supporting this team? People were comparing you fans to those like the Cameron Crazies out at Duke after the Orange Out. The only difference between you and them? Well, after Duke loses, they don't stop going to the games. This Saturday, the Rams will see all 5 of their starters playing their final home game at Moby. So please, Ram fans, I beg you, Get out to Moby and send the seniors off with some Moby magic. The game starts at 6:30 on Saturday, so that means no school the next day, which means there are no excuses as to why you can't be there. And Mackenzie and Wayne, I did you guys a courtesy to make sure you guys are there. I already got you tickets. You're covered. Oh. So all you have to do is go now.
Oh, wow. Now we don't have any excuses.
Bingo.
I know. I hope we can bring home a win, though.
Yeah. I think the Rams, they'll start rolling again. They've just had some bad luck the past couple weeks.
They need to end the season on a good note.
Oh, yeah. They will.
Thanks, Ryan. Coming up, next CTV entertainment reporter Christian Zamora is here with your weekly installment of Ramen.
He's got the scoop on the latest host of America's Got Talent.
And a preview of the hottest movies in theaters this season. You do not want to miss it.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, fellow Rams. Tony Franksbeard and all you other CTV viewers out there for another Ram Entertainment. A quick, informing, and box-wine-friendly weekly entertainment segment to keep you updated on all that hard-hitting celebrity gossip. I'm your host, Christian Zamora, and much like Dennis Rodman, I'll make friends with anyone. Here are tonight's top stories. Heidi Klum got a new job, and no, this job has nothing to do with plastic surgery. You'll be able to watch the Project Runway star every week this summer, as NBC just confirmed Klum as the new 4th judge on their hit reality competition, America's Got Talent. Next month will join the permed Howard Stern, Howie Mr. Clean Mendel, and the fellow newcomer Mel B. That's right, everyone. Scary Spice and Heidi Klum in one judging panel. That's what I want, and what I really, really want. But why did NBC add a 4th judging spot just for Klum? Because that girl married a SEAL for 6 years and reproduced children. That's talent. On to something that none of the AGT judging panel would be familiar with, the movie screen. Huge casting news and many upcoming blockbusters has shaken up Hollywood this week. First off, Emma Watson. You know, the girl who rose to fame playing the frizzy know-it-all Hermione Granger from the Harry Potter films? Well, she is reportedly in talks to star in a live-action Cinderella film. From Mudblood to Princess, what a Cinderella story. Also, according to Variety, Cate Blanchett is set to play the wicked stepmother. Ram Entertainment, however, thinks there are better casting choices out there to play the stepmother. Our first choice would be Kim Jong-un for the role. A lot like the stepmother, he lives in luxury while others suffer. He is also very angry for no reason. He's perfect. A close second for the role would be real-life stepmother Bruce Jenner. Much like Cinderella's stepmother, he has spent a lot of time on his looks. He could really do the role justice. I guess we'll make our final judgments about the film when it hits theaters in 2014. In more casting news, Harrison Ford was spotted on the set of the highly anticipated sequel to Will Ferrell's hit comedy Anchorman. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Ford will play a legendary newscaster in the sequel titled Anchorman, The Legend Continues. So in other words, he's playing our very own Wayne Stafford. Can't wait for this one, folks. Let's hope no Crystal Skulls are involved with this sequel. And finally, in casting news that will ruin all fanboy fantasies of youthful Princess Leia. Carrie Fisher will reprise her intergalactic princess role in the new Star Wars film slated for release in 2015. The princess will have aged just as much as Fisher, so prepare yourself for those famous buns to be a little more saggy than usual. No word if Luke Skywalker will be back in the J.J. Abrams directed film, but we're fairly confident there will be Return of the Jedi. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Until Emma Watson bags another role where she plays with talking rodents, I'm Christian Zamora for Ram Entertainment. Hope you enjoyed the ramen.
So, Mackenzie, you think I'd make a good movie star Anchorman?
You know, Wayne, I don't know if you're worthy of the silver screen. Sorry, but
I'm gonna try and strive up there. But you know, Christian, he had a lot of good, movie star matchups. You know, hopefully Kim Jong-un doesn't watch this show and get more mad at the U.S. What do you think?
I mean, I think it was a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, pretty close.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you tonight.
Be sure to follow our Facebook and Twitter at CTV11 or check out our website at ctv11news.com for your latest news updates throughout the week.
Have a great night, and we'll see you next time, Rams.
Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.